Hi and welcome wherever you are watching this video from. I am Simone, the Curvy Cook, and I wanted to tell you about dairy-free alternatives today. So just to give you a little bit of context and background, I have been dairy-free for about 10 years now. And how that happened was, well, as a result of becoming vegan. So I went vegan when I was in law school. Whole other long story. But when you're vegan, it's basically like an elimination diet, if you will, right? Because you're taking out milk, you're taking out eggs, you're taking out all animal products. Now, as a result of being vegan, I didn't realize that it would highlight for me some food allergies and food sensitivities that apparently I have. And so when I would try to cheat when I was vegan, and those of you who cheat as a vegan, you know what it is. You're vegan, but you're not vegan. So like, you try to sneak in a little piece of pizza here and there. So when I would try to cheat, I remember distinctly I was at a friend's house and they ordered pizza and I tried a piece of pizza and my mouth just started to get inflamed and just feel really weird. And that said to me, oh, I'm having a reaction. I wasn't sure what it was. I wasn't sure of the extent of it, but I knew I was having a reaction. And then, so that had been like a few years after I had started being vegan. So I didn't really take it too seriously, continued on with my life, still like didn't eat dairy. I didn't really take it too seriously. And then I was working somewhere for the summer. My boss invited me and a bunch of coworkers home. She made a vegan nut loaf because she herself was vegan. But that vegan nut loaf, I didn't realize had cheese in it. So I guess it wasn't vegan after all, as I soon found out. Because I took a piece of it and started to get the same reaction. Voice started to get hoarse and throat started to feel weird, to the point where, you know how sometimes things are happening to you, but you think you're the only one who notices? Yeah, that was not the case here. By the end of the night, both her and her partner were like, "Are you okay? You sound weird." You know, so other people could notice. So it was significant enough that I'm like, okay, I need to actually pay attention to this. So after those 2 episodes, I realized that me and dairy don't agree. Or as Jamaicans would say, we don't agree. We do not agree. And especially having PCOS, I realized that it's a good idea to cut out dairy anyway. So that's what I did. I continued to cut out dairy. So I don't consume dairy. Especially having PCOS, I stay off of dairy because dairy often has hormones, and when you already have a hormonal disorder, ingesting, additional non-human animal hormones is not a good idea. Also, milk has been found to be pretty inflammatory. It creates a lot of mucus in the body, and the origin or the foundation of most diseases is inflammation. What's really interesting is this week, when I said I'm going to do this video, I saw in, like, just posted on Facebook or just, as a part of newsletters I'm subscribed to, 2 articles about milk and if it's needed. And I'll post the links down below for your reference. One was from the New York Times about is milk needed? That came out February 24th. And one was on Medium on February 12th, talking about time to question everything you know about milk. Now, as they say, humans are really the only mammals who, 1, drink milk past infancy, and 2, drink the milk of another species. There's so many debates on whether or not that's important, but after having gone on my journey, after having seen nutritionists and naturopaths and doctors, and just realizing that I feel way better without dairy. In fact, when I ingest dairy, I feel like I'm going to die. I just realized that staying off of dairy is probably the best thing for me. And then when it comes to issues like calcium, that was my major fear. Like, am I going to be missing, nutrients that you typically get from milk or from dairy? And when it comes to calcium, what my nutritionist told me is that milk is actually not the best source of calcium, and that better sources of calcium are actually dark leafy greens. Like, I'm going to show you here. We're going to make a kale pesto with, kale walnut pesto. But yeah, the best source of calcium is dark leafy greens, and the best way to really strengthen your bones is doing weight-bearing exercises. So, things I learned. So all that to say, you don't really need milk. But that's not why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because so many people that I cross paths with will say, you know, wow, Simone, I feel so sorry for you. Like, I can never live without cheese. Like, how do you even do it? Also, my brother and my brother and my sister. Yeah, I have a brother and sister. Also, my brother and my sister have found that they also don't do well with dairy. So my sister, for the longest while, she was telling me that, you know, she gets, maybe this is TMI, I don't know if she wants me to share this, but she'll get like diarrhea or whatever every time that she eats cheese. So I was telling her, maybe you have a food allergy. And she's like, no, I don't. Stop saying that. I rebuke that. And I said, it's okay. Look at how I live. And she's like, I don't want to be like you. And I was just like, because to them, I'm weird. I'm a hippie. I eat so weirdly. So they're like, I don't want to be like you. But going dairy-free doesn't have to be hard. That to me is also a sign that it's not just something specific to me or because I was vegan, but just like, you know, there's something family related, like we're just not meant to eat cheese. So I wanted to prove to my sister that a life without cheese is not a living hell. It is possible. You could do it. And especially in 2020, especially in Canada, especially since I live in Toronto, the 6th, there are so many options out there for cheese and to eat dairy-free. Now, when I sat down and I said to myself, okay, I need to outline this video, I had so many things to tell you that I'm actually going to do this in 2 parts. So the first part's going to focus on just cheese alone. And then the second part will focus on all the other dairy alternatives, okay?